5.
Kaiser? Lanny? Yeah, y'all here? Oh, just me? Perfect! You made a mistake giving me a whole video. It's the year 2000. On the TV, there's a show called Dragon Ball Z, and this crazy monkey man alien Goku just became the legendary Super Saiyan. At this point, DBZ was cemented in my psyche, and everything I did and learned was through a lens of superpowered martial arts action. Kid Kieran was certain he was a Super Saiyan and got into fights all the time with his neighbor. We had to tell our parents we hurt ourselves falling out of trees because you only get stronger by getting closer to death, don't you know? Needless to say, Kid Kieran was obsessed with Dragon Ball and was looking for anything he could get, sneaking in the comics in my 4th grade class only for my teacher to tell me that the farmer shooting Raditz was too violent, so I scribbled the entire panel out with Sharpie just so I could read whatever panels survived the censorship. So my neighbor, who I trained with, and we gave each other Zenkai boosts, he had a brother who had access to the internet, this magical thing that I didn't know anything about, and he was able to get backups of PlayStation games and play them on the PlayStation. So he brings me over and shows me a game in Sharpie on this little blank CD called Dragon Ball Final Bout. I'm losing my mind. What's a Dragon Ball Final Bout? I know we've seen Dragon Ball Z, but there's a video game? There's a video game on PlayStation? Okay, sure, let's give it a shot. So we pop that bad boy in, and we're greeted with biggest fight, the most amazing opening any Dragon Ball video game has had before or since. It's frankly still my #1 Dragon Ball video game opening. The opening roster blew our fucking child brains. Cell? Boo? Why is Goku so tiny? If that's Gohan, why is his dad a child? Say what you will about the gameplay, and believe me, there's a lot to be said about the gameplay, but we still loved it. And the music kicks ass throughout this entire game. Biggest fight, Hikari no willpower, and one more that I'm gonna get to. So we're losing our minds, and his brother comes downstairs and says, hey, you want the cheat codes? Oh, and there's no sweeter words to any child than those 2 words right there. Cheat codes? I'm in. What do you got? I'll do anything you want. He hands us this little sheet of paper. Then we see this. Unlock Super Saiyan 4 Goku. There's a Super Saiyan 4? There's a Super Saiyan 2? We lose our minds at this point. We're scrambling to put all the codes in. I still remember what it is. You want to get Super Saiyan 4 Goku? Triangle, 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 triangle. Square, 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 square. Start! And then you hit that intro screen, and holy shit! What is that? What is this? Look how, what is he doing? Look how he moves! He doesn't give a shit! He's the most baddest of ass bosses! He doesn't even lift his arm to blast you! He's just like, I only need my pinky to defeat you. His theme song? Hero of heroes, This is one of my favorite iterations of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He just stuck in a bad game. It's not his fault. So not only did we see that early on, but I also had a friend who would print off pictures that she would search on the internet for us because we didn't have an internet connection. And she would print out these photos and be like, oh, here's this tiny little postage stamp-sized picture of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We're losing our minds. Who's that guy with the red hair? He looks like kind of like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but he's got red hair. That's what, Gogeta? What's a Gogeta? So needless to say, Super Saiyan 4 had a long time to percolate in my mind, years before GT. And yeah, GT isn't great, but I think people write it off so easily nowadays. It has a lot of great ideas that are just executed really poorly. But when they're done well, can we talk about the transformation scene for a bit? There's so much going on here. With the earth in the background and the new Don Don piano melody, and then it all collapses into this perfect primal rage that Super Saiyan 4 embodies. It just feels right. It brings Saiyans back to their roots as crazy monkey men that shoot lasers and punch people. It's a metamorphosis that encompasses the entire conceit of Saiyan iconography. To me, Super Saiyan 4 is this legend that surpassed everything I thought it was. It still feels larger than life and distant, probably due to how little we actually see it in GT. It only gets like 4 appearances total. It's more rare than fusion. How crazy is that? It really means something when it happens. I can't get over its design either. Speaking of, let's go into some behind the scenes action for a bit. I know this is a holdup for some people. Toriyama didn't design it, so who cares? Now, okay, come on, man. First off, Editorial influence is all over the series. It's never a one-man show, and I hate people glorifying him like he's some god. No, the man who did design Super Saiyan 4 was Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru, the animation lead for episodes 44 to 120. The entire Frieza saga. He reprised that position for the Bardock special and the Lord Slug movie. He had a huge part in the design of Bardock, who eventually became the most canon of canons with his appearance in the manga. Super Saiyan 4 isn't some intern project. It's a profound labor of love, and Nakatsuru says as much in the interview in Golden Warrior. Thank you, Kanzenshu, for all your translations, by the way. There were a lot of varied opinions about that design. It was my idea to make the body red. When the producers told me to draw Super Saiyan 4, I went, strained laughter. Personally, I felt that since they had gone so far as to use stuff like fusion and merging in the original story, did we really have to continue any further? It was an incredible assignment. Goku's transformations are an important part of the program, and so I agonized over what would be best to do. Now I know what you're saying out there. Let's get another one really quick. The design sucks. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but that little TF hybrid you got on your test isn't gonna cut it here. That answer is simply false. The only more iconic Super Saiyan is the first one. Not the stupid blue one, I guess, but you know I'm right. There's simply nothing like it. When it comes to embodying the conceit of ascended alien monkey man, nothing accomplishes that visually like Super Saiyan 4. And no, I will not starping on the monkey thing, because that's what Goku is! He's a fucking monkey man! What the sexiest shag carpeting I've ever seen! The thought behind the hairstyle was to take it in a different direction than Super Saiyan 3 and make it wild. I made the fur red because it pretty much just seemed strong. I mean, you ain't gotta fix what ain't broken, right? Right from the planning stage images, the idea had been to bring together Ozaru Goku and Super Saiyan Goku. Goku with primal power, that sort of thing. Damn! Goku with primal power. Ain't that what it's always been about? Super Saiyan is the embodiment of training, rage, and overcoming boundaries. People want to complain about red fur and please, it's the coolest shit. Don't even act like you don't want to rub your hands all up. But Kieran, can we please talk about the pants? Okay, fine. I wanted to put the pants off for as long as I could, but you know what? We're here, so let's talk about the pants. Point number 1. Why does Goku get pants? Deflected. Why does Gogeta get a vest? Where does Gogeta's clothes come from? Are you asking these questions about it? It's fucking magic. You get happy now? 2. Why are they gross-ass yellow? The 90s. Number 3. Why does Goku grow up? So they can fix the worst mistake in the series. Number 4. Where does the fur come from? Where does the hair from Super Saiyan 3 come from? Why do you gotta act like this to Super Saiyan 4, but you give everything else these passes? I still ain't over no eyebrows on Super Saiyan 3. That shit's ugly. This though, this is some style. Did you know that Toriyama actually did draw Super Saiyan 4 in the back of a DVD release of GT? It was a big deal for Nakatsuru though. I was deeply moved that Sensei would be gracious enough to draw an anime-only character. I thought to myself, I'm such a happy fan. Laughs. Who are you to take that joy from him? Who are you to take that joy from him, goddammit? Can we talk about how fucking great Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is? Fuck, I can't get over how cool the red hair is. I'm so happy Super Saiyan God went with red hair, because it really makes the hair stand out in the best way. Gogeta rocks it with the fusion vest and this glitter aesthetic he's got going on, and his fur. God, I just want to fuck it. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in Budokai 3 is frankly more hype than everything in Fighters or anything ever made since then, so, really any game he shows up in, he's always amazing. Did you know Super Saiyan 4 has the most results for Xenoverse mods? People love it. For over a decade, the top of the power scale was Super Saiyan 4. For video games, that translates to game-breaking, over-the-top insanity that's guaranteed to be hype as hell. Look, I get if you don't like it, but you can't deny that it's the best form, aside from original Super Saiyan, to really capture what makes a Saiyan interesting. When you combine a Super Saiyan with the heritage of a Saiyan, the Great Ape form, you get Super Saiyan 4. And yes, it has its problems. Yes, I think they fixed it with Xeno Goku and Heroes. That's probably the best looking Super Saiyan 4 form. But every character gets a Super Saiyan 4 form in Heroes. It's consistently a fan pleaser. People love it. They grew up with it being the top of Dragon Ball's power level for decades. And I think it has such a power because, like I said, it does show up rarely, it embodies the iconography so well, and it carries with it a strength and a presence that the other forms haven't had since Gohan's Super Saiyan 2, or Goku's original Super Saiyan transformation. And the transformation sequence where you see everything collapsing, Goku screaming, looking at Earth, and Pan trying to coax him back into some form of humanity, that embodies what Super Saiyan 4 is to me. Yes, Goku has the rage of Super Saiyan, but this is taking all the rage of Super Saiyan energy and condensing it into what I feel like is the peak form of Super Saiyan. This is what peak performance looks like. You might not like it, but it's true. With that said, Arxis, please! Can I get a fucking playable Super Saiyan 4 character in Fighters? That's all I want for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is playable Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. It could be fucking Super Saiyan 4 Goten, and I'd be happy! Okay, bye.